Situated strategically between Russia, China and Tibet, Mongolia is more than just a country with majestic landscapes and a rich cultural heritage. This land harbours chilling mysteries that can make anyone shiver in fear upon delving deeper. From spine-tingling tales of mysterious creatures to the flesh-eating Lake of E Zai, a place where hundreds of people and livestock have mysteriously disappeared, these are just the tip of the iceberg. There are also burial rituals that are so haunting they send chills down the spine. What has turned this land into such a terrifying place? Today we will explore Mongolia, where dark secrets await to be uncovered. Let's dive in. Number 12. Mongolian women. The smarter they are, the more likely they are to stay single. While China still upholds a male preference mindset, Mongolians take a completely different approach. They invest significantly in their daughters, even viewing this as a means of building a brighter future for the family. This isn't just reflected in providing girls with a proper education, but also in giving them access to the best educational opportunities available. Most Mongolian girls are sent to study at high-quality universities in major cities, especially the capital, Ulaanbaatar. Meanwhile, boys are often encouraged to stay back home to tend livestock, farm, and continue the family traditions. The result is a growing educational gap between men and women. With superior education and knowledge, the social status of Mongolian women has risen. They have become confident, independent, career-oriented, and well-informed about the world. This has established a new standard in society. Mongolian women today are no longer settling easily when choosing a life partner. They seek someone who matches them in every aspect. In the past, Mongolian women often accepted whoever their parents introduced, but now things have changed. Modern women tend to refuse early marriage, especially when it involves men without a career or education. Many Mongolian men in their 20s and 30s openly state that women today are too ambitious, desiring not only a comfortable life, but also a partner who can match them intellectually and socially. Due to the prevalent singleness in society, many Mongolian parents worry about their daughter's future. Whenever there's a male guest at home, they often create opportunities for interaction, hoping to marry off their daughters. While this might seem like a traditional matchmaking method, in today's society these women aren't too interested in such arrangements. The more educated and knowledgeable Mongolian women become, the more they realize there are options beyond just marriage and motherhood. They have careers, passions, and wide social networks, making them choosier when selecting a partner. They do not wish to be with a man who doesn't share the same frequency with them. Number 11. Sky burial ritual. If you think every culture buries their deceased underground, you'll have to think again when you visit Mongolia. Here, a unique custom called sky burial is not just a farewell ritual, but also a way for the deceased's body to return to nature, quite literally. Instead of being buried or cremated like in many other countries, Mongolians leave the deceased outdoors, where scavenging birds like vultures and other wild animals consume the body. This symbolizes returning the body to the earth, completing the natural cycle of life. This custom originated in the 16th century when Ultan Khan, one of Mongolia's significant leaders, decided to make Buddhism the country's main religion. Ultan Khan believed that burying bodies underground could disturb the tranquility of the land and nature, and that it didn't align with the Buddhist philosophy of impermanence, with the belief that everything comes from nature and will eventually return to nature. He decided to implement the sky burial ritual, a form of burial that reflects the Buddhist philosophy of reincarnation and the harmony between humans and the environment. According to Mongolian beliefs, allowing the body to become food for animals isn't an act of disrespect. Instead, it symbolizes a strong connection with the universe. The body provides energy for other living beings, continuing the life cycle, while the deceased soul is liberated, free from earthly attachments. This act of offering back to nature also signifies reverence, acknowledging the life that nature has bestowed upon them. The sky burial is distinct in its silence and simplicity, unlike elaborate funeral ceremonies in other cultures. This ritual is performed discreetly and gently. After someone passes away, their body is prepared and placed on a hill or secluded area away from populated regions. Families usually wait for about 3 days before returning to check if the body has been entirely consumed. It's considered a sign that the soul has been freed and reunited with the heavens. If not, additional rituals might be conducted to ensure the soul's peace. This ritual isn't just a way to bid farewell to loved ones, but also a method for Mongolians to express their respect for nature. Allowing the body to continue the life cycle by being consumed by wildlife is a means of returning energy to the earth, showcasing harmony between humans and the environment. In Mongolian culture, the body is merely a temporary vessel for the soul. When its mission is complete, it should be returned to nature. Despite being a sacred and meaningful tradition, urbanization and environmental changes have posed challenges to maintaining this practice. As Mongolia's urban areas expand, the secluded lands ideal for sky burials are becoming scarce. Additionally, with shifting life perspectives and the adoption of other burial methods, many urban Mongolians are now opting for cremation or underground burial. Number 10, the highest obesity rate in Asia. According to the latest report by the World Health Organization, Mongolia holds the unenviable title of having the highest obesity and overweight rate in Asia, with an alarming 49.4% of its population affected. This situation is severe, as obesity not only impacts the quality of life, but is also the leading cause of numerous dangerous health conditions such as cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, stroke, diabetes, and even cancer. The traditional nomadic lifestyle and Mongolia's harsh climate are the primary factors contributing to the rising obesity rate. Mongolians rely heavily on calorie-dense foods like meat, milk, and dairy products, essential for surviving the freezing winters and performing labor-intensive tasks like livestock herding and farming across vast steppes. In a country where winter temperatures can drop to -40 degrees Celsius, maintaining a certain body fat level is not just about aesthetics, but also survival. Moreover, the Mongolian diet includes traditional high-fat dishes such as buz, which are steamed dumplings with meat filling, kushur, which are fried meat pastries, and various special meat soups. These energy-rich meals are often an integral part of Mongolian cuisine, especially during festivals and family gatherings. Interestingly, unlike many other East Asian countries, particularly China, where beauty standards like the A4 waist or V-line chin have become an obsession, Mongolians aren't overly concerned with weight issues. They value health, resilience, and adaptability to the climate more than conforming to strict body standards. In Mongolian society, there's a rather relaxed view on body weight, and a fuller figure is often seen as a sign of good health and prosperity. This relaxed societal perspective contributes to the rising obesity rates. Instead of feeling pressured to lose weight as in other countries, Mongolians prioritize maintaining a healthy body that can adapt to their living environment. For them, the ideal physique isn't about being slim, but rather having a strong body capable of enduring harsh weather, moving across the steppe, and handling the daily tasks of livestock herding and farming. Number 9, Ulaanbaatar, the most polluted capital in the world. Ulaanbaatar, the capital of Mongolia, home to over half the country's population, is facing a severe air pollution crisis. The city consistently records an air quality index exceeding the safety thresholds recommended by the WHO. Particularly during the harsh winter months, the pollution levels can be up to 133 times above the safe limit, mainly due to coal burning for heating, making Ulaanbaatar one of the most polluted capitals globally. This severely affects the health and quality of life of its residents. In response to the increasingly severe pollution, the Mongolian government has implemented various measures to improve air quality in the capital. One notable effort was the ban on the use of raw coal, replacing it with briquettes. These briquettes are designed to burn longer and produce less smoke than raw coal, helping to reduce fine particulate matter and harmful substances in the air. Thanks to this measure, pollution levels decreased significantly. According to statistics, the concentration of harmful particulate matter, PM2.5, dropped by up to 50% in 2019, bringing positive signs for the living environment in Ulaanbaatar. Residents noticed cleaner air and winter days were no longer as stifling as before. However, the air pollution situation in Ulaanbaatar quickly deteriorated again when the COVID-19 pandemic broke out. The pandemic not only severely impacted the economy, but also increased poverty rates, forcing many people to revert to using cheaper fuel sources such as raw coal, wood, and waste for heating. This reversal reduced the effectiveness of the anti-pollution measures that the government had previously worked hard to implement. Number 8. Ban on alcohol sales during holidays in the frigid climate. Alcohol consumption has become a part of Mongolian culture. According to statistics, about 30% of Mongolian women and 50% of men are considered heavy drinkers. This not only has a profound impact on individual health, but also places a considerable burden on the country's healthcare system and economy. Health issues related to excessive alcohol consumption such as liver disease, cardiovascular problems, pancreatitis, and mental disorders are rapidly increasing. Moreover, alcohol is often cited as a contributing factor in traffic accidents, domestic violence, and other social security issues in Mongolia. Drinking is not just a personal habit, but a part of social customs. During parties, ceremonies, or traditional events, Mongolians often drink together to show hospitality and friendship. This makes refusing alcohol in certain situations feel disrespectful to the host. For many, drinking is seen as a symbol of masculinity and strength, making it even harder to change this habit. The abuse of alcohol affects not only health, but also Mongolia's economy. Medical expenses for treating alcohol-related illnesses are rising, putting pressure on an already challenged healthcare system. Furthermore, the loss of workforce productivity due to alcohol-related health issues hinders national economic growth. In response to this growing problem, the Mongolian government has implemented several measures, one of which is the ban on alcohol sales on certain days, such as national holidays and weekends. Number 7. Mysterious phenomena in the sky. It's well known that Inner Mongolia is the launch site for China's Shenzhou spacecraft. The natural conditions here, with vast open space, sparse population and flat terrain, are ideal for space launches. Furthermore, the harsh climate, with cold winters, hot summers and fierce sandstorms, makes it a perfect training ground for astronauts preparing for space exploration. But is this merely a coincidence, or is there something more mysterious? Reports of unidentified flying objects, UFOs, and other mysterious phenomena have frequently appeared in this area, raising questions about the connection between the harsh natural environment and these strange occurrences. One of the most notable events happened at 6:30 p.m. on September 25, 2005. When an unidentified flying object appeared over the skies of Inner Mongolia. It hovered in the sky and mysteriously disappeared at 6:40 p.m. Remarkably, on the same day, UFO reports also surfaced in Russia and several other Chinese provinces. This event, later named the 9.25 incident, sparked widespread discussion and theories about extraterrestrial presence. Could this be a sign that there's a link between the strange phenomena in Inner Mongolia and other regions worldwide? The mysterious events continued in Inner Mongolia on July 19, 2017. Chinese netizens shared strange photos on WeChat of a phenomenon in the sky over BO2 in Inner Mongolia. Clouds formed into long, wavy streaks with a peculiar pattern, as if conveying a mysterious message. People immediately began to wonder, who is this message for, and who sent this message? Many netizens started to suspect this might be a trace left by extraterrestrials. While no concrete evidence of extraterrestrials exists, this phenomenon still intrigues the public. Scientists suggest it could be a rare natural phenomenon or a meteorological effect caused by special weather conditions. However, for those who believe in extraterrestrial life, this image became a sign of a secret communication from the universe. Over the years, Inner Mongolia has become a focal point for stories about UFOs and strange natural phenomena. Many people question whether the unique natural conditions of this land attract the attention of extraterrestrial beings, or if these are simply rare natural occurrences. Number 6. The mystery of Genghis Khan's tomb. For 800 years since Genghis Khan's death, no one has ever found his tomb. So, where was this great Khan buried? Did he have a grand mausoleum like the pyramids built for the ancient Egyptian pharaohs, or the terracotta warriors like the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, China's first emperor? Legend has it that when Genghis Khan died in 1227, the soldiers escorting his body followed strict orders to ensure his final resting place would remain a secret. On the way to his burial site, these soldiers killed any living creature they encountered, including humans and animals, to ensure no one could know the location. It's even rumored that after completing their mission, the soldiers themselves committed suicide to keep the secret as a final oath of loyalty to Genghis Khan. Protecting the tomb's location was not just a burial ritual, but also a way of honoring the great Khan's wishes. Despite being a great conqueror, Genghis Khan did not want an extravagant tomb or to be remembered through a monument. He chose to be buried discreetly in the vast wilderness, as if he wanted his soul to merge with the land and become part of the Mongolian homeland. Although the disappearance of Genghis Khan's tomb has become one of history's most intriguing mysteries, many Mongolians believe that this secret should remain as a vital part of cultural heritage. For them, not knowing his exact burial site is the ultimate form of respect for the great Khan and a way to preserve the sacredness of their history. Many international research teams have tried to locate the tomb using advanced technologies such as ground-penetrating radar, satellite imagery and geographical analysis. Some believe the tomb might be located in the Khenti Mountains, a sacred area in northeastern Mongolia. However, all efforts have so far yielded no definitive results, as nature and history seem to have safeguarded this mystery for centuries. Number 5. The flesh-eating lake. Zhong, meaning unfathomable depth in Mongolian, has long been a terrifying mystery, even making the bravest shiver. The lake is located near the Khatan Hushun Desert, a desolate and harsh area of Mongolia. With a diameter of only about 30 meters, it seems small but harbors a mysterious, unmeasurable depth. During winter, when the lake freezes, some have tried to drill a hole and measure its depth, but strangely, even after using up all their rope, they couldn't reach the bottom. Locals estimate that the lake is at least 20 meters deep, if not more, which is why they call it Zhong, a place of darkness and danger. The reason why locals call Jatangong the man-eating lake stems from the terrifying stories that have taken place there since ancient times. Any livestock or person who ventured close to the lake for a drink faced the risk of falling in and mysteriously disappearing. Large animals like horses, cattle, and even humans were drawn into the depths of the lake, vanishing without a trace. Locals whisper that if one falls into the lake, there's no chance of returning alive. The most chilling tales about Jatangong occurred in the 1990s. In a short span of time, a series of horrifying incidents took place. A total of 300 horses, 500 cattle, and 25 people vanished without a trace. Strangely, despite extensive search efforts, the bodies of those who went missing were never found. It was as if the lake had swallowed them, leaving the local community with fear and reverence for this eerie body of water. Jiatangong is like an unsolved mystery. This small lake, situated in a desolate area, acts like a death trap that no one dares to approach. Its mysterious depth, the strange disappearances, and its ominous presence have led to countless theories. Yet none have been confirmed. Some believe the lake has a powerful underground current that pulls anything into its depths. Others suggest there is a complex underwater cave system, making it impossible for anyone who falls in to find their way out. The Inner Mongolia Museum is organized into four main themes: the ancient world, the majestic plateau, the underground museum, and the heavenly divine China. These themes highlight the long history and natural environmental features of Inner Mongolia. As soon as visitors step into the Ancient World exhibition area, they feel like they're entering a mini Jurassic Park. Numerous dinosaur skeleton fossils are displayed in various arrangements, from fossilized eggs to dinosaurs ranging in size from tiny to enormous. This space recreates the scene from tens of millions of years ago, when these giant creatures ruled the vast lands of Inner Mongolia. The museum currently showcases about 20 species of dinosaur fossils, including the Tyrannosaurus, a rare and gigantic carnivorous dinosaur. Tens of millions of years ago, the vast and harsh lands of Inner Mongolia held many secrets. It was where dinosaurs lived and then disappeared, leaving their traces through fossils found underground. In the 1920s, an American expedition arrived at the desolate, uninhabited area not far from the Gobi Desert. Here, they accidentally discovered an enormous number of dinosaur fossils scattered in an area known by the Mongolians as the Salt Marsh, a place covered with red sand and mudstone. Later, the press gave this site a mysterious name: the Dinosaur Cemetery. The discovery of the Dinosaur Cemetery put Inner Mongolia on the world archaeological map as one of the first regions in Asia to find dinosaur fossils. Since then, the area has become a hotspot for researchers, geologists and paleontologists worldwide to explore and study. Each fossil excavated adds a new piece to the puzzle of life on Earth millions of years ago, raising questions about the evolution and extinction of dinosaurs. Number 3, once the largest empire in history. The Mongol Empire once held the largest territory in human history, stretching from the Sea of Japan in the east to Eastern Europe in the west, from the frigid Siberian lands in the north to the Gulf of Oman and Southeast Asia in the south, covering most of Asia and a significant part of Europe. At that time, Mongolia was synonymous with supreme power, unmatched military strength, and a unique culture, elevating the Mongolian people to the supreme under heaven. By uniting the nomadic tribes under the Great Khan's banner, the Mongolian people preserved their ethnic identity and created a formidable force capable of shaking the world. They built an intercontinental empire encompassing diverse regions in geography, culture and population, from the arid deserts of Central Asia to the bustling cities of China, from the dense forests of Eastern Europe to the high mountains of the Himalayas. For comparison, at its peak in the 13th century, the Mongol Empire's territory covered approximately 24 million square kilometers, nearly 4 times the size of present-day Russia, and accounting for about 17% of the Earth's land area. Successfully unifying the Mongol tribes and electing the Great Khan not only protected the nation from external threats, but also elevated the Mongolian people to a new level among the greats. Kublai Khan is famous for conquering China and establishing the Yuan dynasty from 1271 to 1368. At this time, Mongolia held supreme power over China for the first time, managing a vast land with a complex civilization. However, Kublai Khan's ambition to Sinicize the Chinese people failed, as China's agricultural culture, deeply rooted, could not be easily altered by nomadic traditions. Furthermore, under pressure from the restoration movement led by Zhu Yuanzhang, who later founded the Ming dynasty, the Mongols were forced to retreat to the steppe, ending their brief period of rule over China. This episode serves as a historical lesson about governing regions with cultures vastly different from Mongolian culture. Number 2. Desertification and sandstorms. Mongolia is famous for its harsh continental climate. Winters are bone-chillingly cold, with temperatures dropping below -40 degrees Celsius, while summers are dry and hot, reaching up to 40 degrees Celsius with strong winds. In this environment, the Gobi Desert occupies most of the country, creating a desolate yet dangerous landscape. It is the main cause of sandstorms, which have become a nightmare for the nomadic people on the vast steppes. Climate change has significantly increased the frequency and intensity of sandstorms in Mongolia. While sandstorms were already a common phenomenon in the past, the situation has worsened in recent years. Strong winds carry sand and dust from the Gobi Desert, creating devastating sandstorms that threaten the lives of people and livestock on the steppe. The peak was the sandstorm in 2021, considered the worst in a decade. This storm caused massive damage. According to statistics, 10 people lost their lives, while 1.6 million livestock perished, unable to withstand the wind and dust. Thousands of herders lost all their assets, falling into difficult circumstances. For nomads, livestock is not only a source of income, but also a symbol of life and traditional culture. Losing livestock means losing a way of life that has existed for centuries. Number 1. The Gobi districts. Desertification and harsh climatic conditions have forced many nomadic Mongolians into a difficult situation. Losing their income from livestock due to dry pastures and severe sandstorms has forced many families to abandon their traditional life on the steppe. They flock to the outskirts of the capital, Ulaanbaatar, living in makeshift settlements known as Gobi districts, where traditional Mongolian yurts are crowded together, forming massive slums. Currently, nearly 1/3 of Mongolia's population, over 1 million people, live in these Gobi districts. Life here is incredibly lacking and inconvenient. Most of these areas lack basic infrastructure, like clean water, electricity, sanitation systems, or waste management services. The use of coal stoves for heating during the frigid winters worsens air pollution in Ulaanbaatar, turning these areas into centers of disease and pollution. Residents of the Gobi districts are mostly migrants from rural areas, nomads who can no longer continue their traditional lifestyle due to desertification. Meanwhile, job opportunities in the city are limited, and the lack of living conditions has trapped them in a cycle of poverty. While moving to Ulaanbaatar was initially hoped to offer a better life, the reality is harsh as they face countless challenges in the urban environment. Aware of the precarious situation of people in the Gobi districts, the Mongolian government has introduced many plans to improve living conditions. One notable project is the construction of green housing with smart designs, insulated walls to protect against the harsh cold of winter and the scorching heat of summer. These houses are expected to be equipped with solar panels for electricity, parks and modern sanitation facilities, creating a healthier and more sustainable living environment for residents. However, despite the plans, this project has yet to be fully implemented. Building green housing faces many challenges in terms of funding and resources. Mongolia's economy mainly depends on the export of natural resources, particularly minerals, so budget allocation for social projects like housing is limited. Moreover, the large scale of the Gobi districts, with a massive population, makes the implementation of infrastructure projects complex. So, we have explored the 13 dark sides of Mongolia, a land not only with majestic natural beauty and a heroic history, but also with mysteries that can send shivers down your spine. Don't forget to like this video. If you enjoyed it, subscribe to avoid missing future adventures, and click the bell icon to receive the latest notifications. See you in the next fascinating video.